What's good, sports gamers? With the release of the 5th patch for NBA 2K18, is that good or bad when it's on number 5 already? I'm going to go over what they changed and my thoughts on some of them. The general fixes were that native 4K resolution and 60 frames a second will be supported for the launch of the new Xbox One X. Player action photos have been updated to include them in their current jerseys. Custom created shoes have a higher resolution now when viewed on players in game. Improvements have been made to the Clippers, Spurs, and Magic's 2017-18 uniforms, as well as the 07-08 New Orleans Hornet ones. They fixed an issue on Xbox One where game DVR was not working for some users, improvements to the audio pops reported by players on the Switch, and they have also fixed an issue on the Switch where armpit hair was shown as white or gray on some players, and fixed an issue in Play Now Online where the incorrect trophies was unlocking when advancing tiers. So there's nothing earth-shattering, but I like that the jersey still got tweaks and player photos got updated. Gameplay-wise, they fixed the coach's clipboard being janky as it would show the wrong player matchups of opponents. Fixed an issue that lets players break out of dunk animations and re-jump into another dunk after doing a drop step move. A good one was they tuned shooting foul frequency, especially for guys who are well-positioned or high-rated shot blockers. I've been getting hurt on this in way too many Pro-Am games. I'll be right in the middle, smother his layup, foul. Also, another good one they fixed was several layups that would tend to hit the bottom of the backboard when performed by tall players. I've been a victim of this. Fixed an issue with the shot clock on broadcast scoreboard where it would glitch out after the clock hits 0, and all player icons will be visible when reviewing the 3-2 zone defensive sets during timeouts. As a 7'3" big man in Pro-Am, I'm obviously in favor of the shot frequency being tuned and the layups being fixed, so you got a thumbs up on that one. The user suggested lineup will no longer revert after reaching a 90 overall and setting it in the My Minutes menu. Fixed an issue where the VC balance shown at the end of NBA games wasn't displaying the correct value, even though you were given the correct amount. Fixed the hang that will occur when attempting to leave the mock or closet with a custom created shirt equipped. Addressed an issue where the user was unable to equip the skateboard onto their MyPLAYER. I'm like an 87 overall, so I don't even know about this goodness right here. Addressed an issue where the user was unable to equip custom created shoes onto their MyPLAYER. The MyPLAYER's headband will now properly colorize along with his teammates. Fixed the case where the user will be unable to enter a team practice when he had previously decided to switch to a different shoe company after shooting a shoe commercial. Fixed the rare hang where the game will fail to advance at the conclusion of the 3-point contest during All-Star Weekend. The MyPLAYER's headphones should no longer unequip unexpectedly when performing various actions in the neighborhood. I'm not worried about this because I take those off willingly. The MyPLAYER's accessories will no longer be seen unequipped during post-game interviews following the played NBA games. Fixed an issue where the incorrect defensive field goal percentage of 0 will occasionally be shown during halftime, causing your head coach to give inaccurate advice. Addressed the case where the game could hang after an opposing team wins the conference championship in my career, and fixed a number of issues surrounding the starting and ending of micro games involving other human users. I wish they got into more detail on this one. I'm just happy me and my friends don't gotta do that 1, 2, 3 count to play in the Pro-Am no more. As for the neighborhood, correcting the issue where Brian stopped texting the user regarding the pickup of earned endorsement checks, users of the Switch version of the game can now join other friends in the neighborhood by using the Friends app on your in-game telephone. Improvements to the t-shirt voting interface as well as the t-shirt purchasing interface. They fixed the bug where some users weren't able to complete the Gatorade endorsement after winning 5 games on the playground. Fixed an issue where thumbnails will fail to appear if the user moves between the t-shirt store and the t-shirt voting pages too quickly. They fixed the problem where the 2K cam will fail to flip in playground games when previously playing the King of the Court game. Stability and performance improvements to the due NBA 3X event, and they've also fixed the issue where the timer wouldn't always count down as expected during the due NBA 3X event. Lineup improvements during Ruffles 4-point challenge games to ensure that similar positions guard each other where possible. And they've also fixed the case where some users were unable to join a friend's playground due to their name being flagged as inappropriate. You know who you are. Now the goodies, starting with Pro-Am. A number of improvements to the Pro-Am walk-on team experience. The correct VC earnings and balance will now be shown at the end of Pro-Am games. Okay, good. Teams can now wear alternate jerseys in Pro-Am Team when they reach the elite status. Okay, I'm way too happy about that for some reason. Users who foul out in Pro-Am games are now able to spectate the remaining of the game. I haven't fouled out yet, but that's cool. Fixed an issue where users who had their commentary language set to Spanish were experiencing problems playing in Pro-Am games. The end of game stats overlay will now appear with the correct stats for users who foul out of a Pro-Am Team game. And the 2K card will now show the correct Pro-Am walk-on stats. Since I've been playing Pro-Am a lot this year, I would have liked to see some better stuff. Yeah, it's cool you can spectate if you foul out, but In MyTEAM, they fixed an issue where players were being removed from online team games for committing too many fouls when they had only committed a small handful. Users can now apply any brand of shoes to historic players. Setting up your lineups is now easier as player positions are now shown in the edit lineup interface. The total points tally at the end of a MyTEAM game will now always display the correct amount. And shoe boosts and added badges will no longer be incorrectly applied while impacting playoffs. And lastly is MyGM, MyLEAGUE. They fixed the issue that caused premier players to wait until the end of free agency before signing a near minimum level contract. Which is kind of crazy because we're, 2017, this is still a problem in a lot of sports games. I remember Madden franchise, you could always get like cheap good players if nobody offered them a contract and stuff. It was crazy. Tune the quality of draft classes at the default level to bring down some of the higher end prospects being generated. Ongoing work is taking place to improve this further and better balance the classes as a whole. I don't really bother with this because I either do my own draft class or get somebody else's. And isn't there an actual slider that you can change the level of players in the draft class? A number of improvements to the editing of contracts, including that users can now properly edit contracts of players who have signed a contract extension while still on their previous contract. Fixed an issue where a valid advanced rotation will fail to load within the rotation timeline menu. The system proficiency and player training menus will now list players in their proper lineup ordering. And fixed an issue where the portrait for the currently selected staff member will fail to draw after advancing days during the staff signing period of the offseason. Really, that's what they finished with? So what do you guys think of the patch notes? Like I said, since I've been playing Pro-Am a lot more this season, I appreciate some of the gameplay fixes that help benefit my player build specifically. But some stuff has to go. Dudes zigzagging around the perimeter to beat the defense still needs to be nerfed. Make them drop the ball or their ball handling become zero after going back and forth after a while. Something. Oh, and way too many bobble catches. Or if my dude is stationary, I should not have to jump my 7'3" self in the air to catch a pass ever. I mean, what is that? Or how about going out of bounds for no reason when you do happen to catch a pass? Another is when the opposing team all quits out, we get booted to the home screen. The first time I saw that, I was shocked. How is that even possible? One I would personally like is how about tell us where our friends are on the map, if they are in the same server. Or fix dudes hitting way too many contested shots. Me and my boys was playing Pro-Am yesterday and dude on the other squad splashed 5 straight contested shots from 3. No way. And we still have to watch these movie-length cutscenes, which I'm certain we'll be unable to skip for as far as this year goes as they paid money for the voice actors and stuff. But come on man, it's still annoying. I'd be scared to get a haircut because I know I'm going to be in there for 5 minutes and dude hits me with the go get him! So again, what do you guys think of the patch notes? Did the mode you play the most get the fixes you wanted, or are you still waiting? Don't get me wrong, I like 2K this year, but was hoping for something better than photo updates and alternate jerseys this patch. Although I don't hate it. I'll just be happy with not averaging 3 fouls a game because of shooting fouls and hitting a few more layups for right now. But really, those cutscenes though. Oh, and the putting on equipment and gear system is so difficult. I get they aim for realism, but why do I have to be in the actual store or my closet to put stuff on? Wasting time, man. Let's hope by patch 15 things that we really want get fixed. But I have a feeling they're going to save a bunch of them for 2K19 like we see in a bunch of other games. But we can only hope. So stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K18 content. And subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank y'all for watching and be good y'all.